Hey YouTube, it's Seth here, and today I'll be talking about the recent engine update. That's version 39.2. So the main thing about this is that monsters now deal less damage, and player HP has been reduced again. And there's also a cool graphic update where the monster's SP bar glows when it's about to use its special attack. Now, aside from that, there's been an update to the booster damage pets like Dunamis, Poelala, and Thernda. So their damage is now reduced. So Dunamis and Thernda have a 24% and 36% boost from the pet and the guest, while for Poelala it's about uh, you know about 32 and 48, I guess. Yeah. So I've used, and now they depend solely on the stats, like strength for Dunamis. Poelala takes stats only from intelligence, and for Thernda it's going to be your dexterity. So I guess now these pets are pretty much builds such as the Dunamis warrior, the annihilator, beast mage, etc. They're sort of obsolete right now unless you use regular pets, which in most cases are a lot better than Dunamis. All these booster pets are, because they now get a 40% damage penalty. That's supposed to be around 20% damage penalty and a 20% extra cost, but it's just been put solely on the damage. So a regular pet and guest combo will now deal more damage than how much these pets boost you by. So in case you still want to use these pets, I'd advise going for a pure mage build or a pure warrior, pure ranger, whatever. But in case you do go for Thernda, I'd advise you go for a fully offensive setup, because for defensive rangers, having regular pets is far better. And as long as you use if you that is in case you have charisma. In case you have zero charisma, then yes, Thernda will boost your damage a bit more, because at its usual it's about 12%. Yeah. Now if you see the screen, I'm having a battle with double Poelala. Now the boost is more or less half as effective, or 54% as effective as it was originally. Gets your damage to 1.8 instead of the not sure, about 2.6 or 2.7 as it was. But I'm able to beat the Legion, possibly the highest DPT monster in the game, because even at 5% it deals about 100 damage, which is absolutely ridiculous. You can see I'm having a pretty easy time, and the monster damage that's been decreased, you can clearly see it, because well, monsters aren't dealing as much as they should be. Essences before hit about 300 to 400 on 15% modifiers. Now it's about 200 to 50, so there's definitely a decrease, but it's not massive to the extent as you'd expect. And another major update that this has brought about is potions. Now, normally potions were absolutely useless because of how high our HP was, but now they've been increased to about yeah, they heal at endgame at level 150, and at 200 luck I can get in about 700 to 1600 HP back, which is pretty outstanding as a matter of fact. And one more thing is, it's pretty recent, because of the update to the Dunamis and Thernda pets, the fact that people spent real money on it, make the staff actually, it's a kind gesture as a matter of fact. You can now replace your Dunamis or Thernda for any other package if you want. Now, in case you do want to, I'd recommend you get the Arinel's lance. Now, it's a pretty old weapon. It's currently rare. It was one of the first package items and the first $50 package, as a matter of fact. And as you can see, it's possibly one of the best armors in game. I mean, It's got about 40% to wind and 52% to earth, and it's on the old lean system, so it takes about 25% less damage, and it still deals fully offensive. Sorry, that got cut off. Back to the video. This armor is possibly your best bet in case you have trouble with the Wind Essence Dragon. It's got 3 hits, 3 equally powerful hits, and that's a higher chance of lucky strikes. And it's got the best skill in the game, period, because the elemental compensation it gets due to the min-maxed resistances is about 2.2, which beats out the White Knight, which is the second best skill in the game, even if you take into account Swordsicle from Hands of Terrasor. Now, as well, usually not supposed to be able to access the other shop, some people are saying that they can still access Dunamis or Thernda even after they've exchanged it for some other item. Now, most of my friends who've had Dunamis, they were pretty pissed off at this update, and they did the right thing. They bought in an item which is a lot better than its successor, the Champion of Arinel, sorry. Even though that has a better earth resistances, you can get about 17% with a -10 misc and a -25% shield, which will make you take less damage than a regular fully offensive armor that is focused solely on earth. And coming to wind, it's absolutely perfect with Fujin Shukufuku, I'm not sure, the Fujin Shield or the Divine Yata Mirror. You can get your wind resistance down to 4%, which is 2% less than the best in game, which is the Eternal Twilight set. That's pretty much it. And I just want to show the SP bar that starts glowing when it's about to use. As you can see, it starts glowing yellow, so you can predict now when a monster is going to use its SP attack. So it's especially useful when facing off against essences or Dracalos or any boss, as a matter of fact, which uses different attacks. And the last update is pretty amazing. In case most of you have the Angelix robe, which was the Frostwall delivery reward, they now boost healing spells by about 88% more. So all sorts of healing spells and Gandalfin get a massive boost. Basically, the spells that you cast in this armor are stronger than a generalist robe imbued with lore, and you don't have to pay 2 times the MP cost. You can combine this with items that give celerity, such as Shadow Feeder Pendant, and you can basically get a almost twice as powerful heal for about 220 SP and whatever it costs for the healing spell. Like, for example, right now you can see I got a heal of 1250, which is almost half of my HP back. And using Gandalfin without anything gives me a pretty decent chi shield. So in case you have this, I'd seriously advise you to get this. In case you don't have potions or you don't have a house that gives a lot of potions, this is definitely something that can help you out. And that's pretty much it. Releases have been awfully slow, so I guess I'm still waiting for something decent, some decent quest to come out. And until then, thanks for watching. Cheers.